Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Liverpool Review. It is the start of the Premier League season with Liverpool taking on Norwich. Live commentary of all the action as it happens coming to you now from the Liverpool Review. So we're just under 2 minutes away from kickoff. The teams are coming out onto the pitch. And let's take a quick look then at the team news. So for Liverpool, we have Alisson starting in goal. The centre-back partnership, a lot of talk before the game about who will start. Would it be Konate? Would Gomez feature? But Klopp has gone for Van Dijk and Matip. Klopp talking before the game about how Matip and Van Dijk have both been training really well, particularly Van Dijk, given the fact that he's coming back from a long-term injury. So absolutely fantastic to see Van Dijk starting at the back there. On the left, of course, injury to Andy Robertson. So Tsimikas comes in at left back with Trent Alexander-Arnold over on the right. Now, there was, again, a lot of discussion about who Klopp would start in the midfield. Now, there is no place for Fabinho, who drops down to the bench. In his place, Milner comes in alongside Alexander Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita. Elliott also on the bench as well, but no place for Thiago or Henderson in the squad at all. Neither player making the bench or the starting 11. Up top, we have so actually that team there is incorrect. I will need to update that. But over on the left-hand side, we have Mo Salah. On the right, we have Sadio Mane, and up top is Diogo Jota ahead of Bobby Firmino. So I think a really exciting, as always, attacking team, a really exciting lineup from Jurgen Klopp. It'll be good to see how Jota gets on his first start of this Premier League campaign in the first game of the Premier League. And I think it's no surprise for me personally that Klopp has decided to play Oxlade-Chamberlain. He had a really good pre-season, looked really, really sharp, particularly in that Osasuna game. He really bossed that midfield. So I think this is Klopp just giving a nod to Ox, saying he had such a great pre-season. There's your start. Milner, of course, playing probably most likely in that Fabinho role, allowing Ox and Keita to get a bit further forward. Keita, who has looked pretty impressive, I think, in pre-season, had some really good games, and we're obviously just hoping to make sure that he stays fit ahead of this Premier League season. So the teams are now on the pitch, and we are waiting for kickoff. Norwich, of course, newly promoted alongside Brentford and Watford, have pretty much made a few transfers actually in ahead of this campaign, bringing in the likes of Billy Gilmore, of course, but also from recently relegated Bundesliga side Werder Bremen. Milo Rashica comes in, £8 million for the Kosovan forward, and is certainly one to watch this season. I think big things are expected from him at Norwich. Certainly he was one of the talisman over at Werder Bremen when he was there. They also bring in PAOK, from Werder Bremen. We've got Josh Sargent as well coming in for Norwich. They've also brought in a few players from PAOK, Christos Solis being one of them for Norwich. But the players are getting ready now. Pukki's over the ball in the centre circle, and the players take the knee ahead of kickoff. Now, this is it, guys. Really excited to get this season going. Liverpool's obviously first game of the season, and away we go. Norwich have kicked off. Liverpool playing from right to left in this first half. So Norwich on the ball. Liverpool have won it back. Trent tries to play a ball forward, but Norwich managed to cut it out as Milner steps in, makes a tackle for a Norwich throw. Don't forget, hit us up on the chat as well. Let us know you're here. Let us know where you're watching from as well and how you're feeling ahead of the game and ahead of the season. If you're liking it, hit subscribe as well for all the latest information and videos as they come up. So Norwich just knocking it round the back at the moment. One of the probably most impressive things about Liverpool's pre-season was the fact that they were super intense, really high energy, pressing really, really well. So we expect to see that. Of course, that is a characteristic that we know and love of Liverpool, and we expect to see a lot of that, I think, in this game. And the players certainly have started brightly. Gilmour just getting it under control, but Liverpool, you can see, looking to press really high. Norwich knocking it round the back, but Liverpool to a man pressing as Mane comes in on the keeper, who gets it clear as it goes away. Now, Norwich have got the ball coming down the left-hand side in Liverpool's half. Knock it into Cantwell, who's come into the box. Slight chance here for Norwich. Get it back. But Naby Keita gets in there, gets a foot in. It does come back to Norwich out on this right-hand side. Can they get a ball in? Tsimikas quickly across, knocks it out for a Norwich throw deep into Liverpool's half. That's good covering there from Tsimikas, of course, covering for the injured Robertson. But again, had a really, really good pre-season. Had a lovely assist to Roberto Firmino in that game against Osasuna, and has looked really bright down that left-hand side, certainly going forward. So we hope to see more of that in this game, as Milner makes an intercept. Really nicely done there with the ball. Jota on the halfway line tries to release Milner on the right-hand side, but it goes out for a Norwich throw. And Norwich play a ball over the top, but it has been flagged for offside. So Daniel Farke has very much looked, the Norwich manager has very much looked to tighten up Norwich this Premier League season at the back, and has done a pretty good job, actually. Norwich in the Championship last season conceding 21 fewer goals and keeping 18 clean sheets out of 46. Of course, that was their one issue when they were in the Premier League a couple of seasons ago, was leaking goals. So Daniel Farke looking to maintain that defensive Championship form, bringing that into the Premier League. It is a full Carrow Road. All the fans are in and they're all singing in fine voice, which is fantastic to see. Fans back in the stadium, as Norwich have got a throw in just on the halfway line. And Norwich just knocking it around the back, play it back to the keeper. A bit of a battle in the centre of the pitch there. Naby Keita tries to win the ball back, just loses out. Norwich have got it on the right-hand side. Try to play an early ball over the defence. Van Dijk's there to cut it out, as is Tsimikas, who tries to release Salah down the right-hand side, but Norwich do cut it out. Quite a fast-paced start, actually. Norwich have seen a fair bit of the ball. It comes back to Gilmour on the halfway line, but Norwich knocking it around fairly comfortably at the moment. Liverpool haven't really offered that much going forward in these first 5 minutes. But I think that will probably settle Norwich down a little as they do try and knock it forward. Comes up to Pukki. You can see the way that Norwich have lined up. Pukki coming down the centre of the park and kind of dropping deep, almost similar to what Bobby Firmino does for Liverpool, just trying to drop deep and release the two wingers down. But so far, Liverpool matching Norwich defensively and cutting balls out. And Tread plays a cross in. Beautiful ball in. Comes out to Mane. Comes out to Tsimikas. It's going to be a Liverpool throw-in. It is. Cantwell just cuts across over at Simicast. It's a nice ball in from Trent. Plays an early time ball into the box. Mane comes running in, tries a flick on header. It's a good thinking from Mane because there's a lot of space in the box, but sadly no Liverpool player was running in at the time. It does run out to Simicast, but Cantwell comes across to cover. Yes, it is indeed a Liverpool corner with Simicast. It's going to be an outswinger from Simicast. In it goes. Oh, it kind of hits the deck. Norwich get it clear, but it's slight hesitation there from Norwich. It kind of ricochets off a Liverpool player. But Norwich do eventually win the ball back and get it clear. But it's come as far as Milner. Just on the halfway line. Plays a wide ball out to Trent. It's probably got a bit much on it. Yeah, and it goes out for a Norwich throw. Salah just not able to find his bearings. He was kind of running and the ball was coming over his head. He couldn't quite track it and the ball does run clear. Looking forward personally to how Salah and Mane are going to be, particularly Sadio Mane. He did talk a lot in pre-season about how last season it wasn't his kind of best run out, and he was very aware of when he was giving an interview, he said just how much fitter, how much kind of more ready he feels for the season ahead. So I think we're expecting obviously big things from Mane. We know how good a player he is on his day. He is almost unplayable on his day, and he's got the ball now out on the left-hand side. He tries to play a cut across to Simicast. He does. Simicast concedes the foul, though. And it's going to be a free kick to Norwich just on their byline. And Kostas Tsimikas, of course, a lot being asked from him with Andy Robertson out. This is his first Premier League start, and he only managed 6 minutes in the whole of the Premier League last season. So you can see how integral and how obviously how important Andy Robertson was to the Liverpool side last year, but also how fit, how the fact that he never got injured last season. So it is a step up for Tsimikas, but like I said, had a good preseason, so would hope he could cover Andy Robertson quite nicely. And he's seeing a lot of the balls so far in this opening 8 minutes of the match. A lot is going down that left-hand side. As the ball plays over, Salah comes onto the chase. Norwich just about get it out, but it's going to be a foul. Salah adjudged to push the Norwich defender there. So it's going to be a free kick to Norwich. Little bit stop-start to the start of this game. Liverpool haven't quite found their rhythm just yet. Norwich are playing well, been good in possession so far, and Liverpool just probably needing a decent spell of possession. Not seeing them really knock the ball around. You can see that they're trying to release Salah and Mane quite quickly, and certainly Tsimikas and Trent are high up the pitch, but they perhaps just need a spell where they can just knock it around. As Krul takes the free kick, knocks it forward, tries to flick on. Pukki's going to chase it. Van Dijk's there, though, to cut it out, and Tsimikas knocks it away. Comes as far as Mane, who gets fouled. Yes, he does. He backs into Aarons on the right back there and wins the foul just on the halfway line. So this is the chance here for Liverpool just to knock the ball around. Comes to Matip, plays it forward to Trent. Cuts inside to Milner. This is nice. This is what you want to see from Liverpool. They haven't really done this in this match. Just passing it around a little bit. Comes to Van Dijk, tries to play a long ball forward. He does. It comes over to Mane. Manages to chest down, but he just can't quite control it. And Norwich get it away. Naby Keita wins the header back, as do Norwich. And Keita with a lovely chest down there. Plays it out to Milner, out to Tsimikas, who does a lovely jink round Cantwell. He's got a bit of room here, Tsimikas. Comes into the box, plays an early ball in. And Norwich, almost. Norwich do get it away. It's going to be a Liverpool corner, but it was a lovely run from Tsimikas, and the space just almost opens up for him down the left-hand side. He jinks beautifully past Cantwell, and he runs down. Space opens up, whips the ball in. Norwich do get across to it, do knock the ball over. It was one of those. It had to time that perfectly, the Norwich defender, otherwise it would have been an own goal. Managed to get it over his own crossbar as the ball comes out for a corner to Tsimikas, who plays it in. Van Dijk's in the middle, but he doesn't beat the first man, but it only comes as far as Naby Keita, who crosses the ball in. It's a header in. Oh, and Jota just over there. Krul, Norwich goalkeeper, does get the tip over. This is a lovely ball in. Comes out to Naby Keita, who plays a beautiful chip in. Comes to Diogo Jota, who tries to get the ball over. And it does loop. Krul, it was probably going over, certainly hitting the crossbar, but Krul doesn't know that, tips it over. Liverpool play the corner short, comes out to Milner, out to Ox on the right-hand side, just on the edge of the penalty area. Can he get a ball in? He elects to play it further out right. Comes to Trent, who's in the middle of the park. Plays a lovely ball over to Jota, who can't quite trap it, and the ball runs loose to Tim Krul. And Norwich win it back with Aarons on this right-hand side. But bright of air from Liverpool, really asking the questions of the Norwich defence. Some beautiful balls going into the box there as the ball runs all the way through to Alisson Becker. Milner's picked it up in the midfield. But really good to see Liverpool. That's what we wanted. We wanted just to get a bit of time on the ball. You can see Van Dijk. Lovely ball forward, looking to get forward there to Mane. I think you'll expect them to do that a lot, actually, because that's what they've been doing. Matip has done exactly that, but the ball just runs over. This was a characteristic of their pre-season Liverpool. We saw this a lot, and we saw this a lot particularly with Konate as well, who was really, really good at doing this. We may see Konate at some point today, we may not, but Konate was doing that in pre-season, looking for those forward passes, really trying to pick out Tsimikas on the left, Mane as well, with really the two players making those forward runs. And you can see Liverpool just trying that again as well, using Trent, using Tsimikas on those wings. But you can see when the ball gets picked up in the centre of the park, it's either Milner, Van Dijk or Matip who are looking for those through balls. It paid off in pre-season, so let's see if it's going to pay off here as Norwich pick the ball up down on the left-hand side. Little bit of space here for Yanulis, who knocks it back through to Campbell in the midfield. Ox hounding him, can't quite get the ball though. Comes through to Pukki with a lovely through ball there, who knocks it right on the left. Pukki comes running back in. Liverpool, bit of defending to do. Van Dijk with the block. It goes out for a Norwich throw deep into Liverpool's half. Rashica on the ball here, as I said in the preview show, bought for £8 million from Werder Bremen. Very much Werder Bremen's talisman when he was there. Really highly sought after. Aston Villa were rumoured to be going in for him at the end of last season. As the ball comes through, Alisson watches out. It's going to go out for a Liverpool goal kick. But Rashica, yeah, really, really good player. Really, I think for Norwich, it's going to be one of those players who they are expecting good things from. £8 million from Werder Bremen. Did score 20. Let me just double check actually. He did score 27 in 86 appearances for Werder Bremen, but very much of the assist kind of category. He can get goals, absolutely, Rashica, but he can also win assists. So you can think, hopefully, Timo Pukki, if you're a Norwich fan, would be this. But Mane comes in. This is a chance for Liverpool here. Runs all the way through into the box. Comes as far as Ox, who plays a chip in, but the ball just clips through. And Krul picks it up. Chance there for Liverpool. Mane had a little bit of space on that left-hand side. Plays the ball in. Runs through everyone. Comes out to Ox on the other side of the box, who just can't quite find that ball in. But you can see Liverpool with a fair bit of space. I think they'll probably get a lot of joy down these left-hand sides. And Tsimikas so far bringing that pre-season form in. Some really nice jinking runs forward. Lots of good balls coming into the box. Liverpool are starting to settle now in the game as Matip wins a header. Ball's now with Trent on this right-hand side, just inside Norwich's half. Plays it out wide to Ox, who's going to come back to Joel Matip. Plays it through to Van Dijk. And we're going to see if these through balls come. Van Dijk with the ball coming forwards. Plays it back to Keita, who comes in. Mane there. Mane and Tsimikas link up. Watch out for that. That's going to be really good, I think. Again, in pre-season, linking up really nicely there. But Mane does miss the ball, and Liverpool do give away a foul on Max Aarons. It's going to be a Norwich free kick just inside the Norwich half. And the ball gets spread wide now out to Gilmour. Norwich try a long ball across, and Trent is there. Lovely. Well tracked from Trent. Beautiful defending there. Finds Mo Salah, but Norwich do intercept there. And Norwich with the ball. Unlucky from Liverpool. You kind of maybe just a little bit more patience, perhaps. Trent there. He wins the ball beautifully. Tries to knock it forward, but Norwich with the interception. As Norwich try and play a ball forward, but it comes through to Alisson. Out with Van Dijk, who plays it very nice ball quickly. Tsimikas with a bit of space here to run into. Looks for Mane. Looks for the 1-2. Plays it off beautifully with Tsimikas. Cuts inside. Beautiful. Lovely right foot ball in. Norwich, just get it out. But only as far as Milner. And Milner looks for Tsimikas. It eventually comes out to him. But Tsimikas, with a lovely tackle. Tsimikas loses the ball, unfortunately. Just could have played it a little bit earlier, I thought there, Tsimikas. See what he's trying to do. It's worked for him so far, but he just gets tackled there as Keita with a foul on Cantwell. Liverpool just a little bit sloppy when they're trying to win the ball back. They are playing that high press. They are trying to get the ball back up high up the pitch, but they so far just been giving away a few lazy fouls, really. You would hope not the Liverpool you expect, where they do win the ball back on the counter quickly. But so far, not quite winning the ball cleanly. But they've won it here. Saying that, comes out to Jota, but he can't quite get hold of it. The ball's going to run loose. It's going to come out to Tim Krul. Norwich get away with it, though, to be honest. That's Liverpool there trying to win the ball back high up. Do win the ball high up. Jota just couldn't quite get the ball into his feet. But Ox doing what Ox does brilliantly in pre-season so far. Wins the ball back up. Plays it up to Mane. Mane with a lovely 1-2 with Salah. Mane tries to back heel. We saw that come off a few times in pre-season against Osasuna with the assist with Taki Minamino. He just tries to back heel it. Unfortunately, Salah's just not quick enough and the ball comes out to the Norwich defender. You do like seeing that from Mane, though. When that does come off, it comes off well. But Mane just perhaps maybe could have elected to knock the ball forward, had a bit of space in front of him, chose to play the pass, and it doesn't come off this time as the ball comes back to Matip. Now, Matip looking to play that, looking to get forward. He does well. Plays a beautiful ball out right to Trent on the right-hand side. Gets the ball into Salah. Salah with a touch in the box. Jigs round one. Gets the shot away. Krul with the save. It's straight at Tim Krul, but it's a lovely bit of play. Trent with the ball in. Finds Salah in a lot of space in the box, who jinks past onto his right foot. Gets the shot away, but it's at Tim Krul's near post, and Tim Krul is there to end up catching the ball. Salah just not with the power, but lovely play there. Half a chance for Liverpool. Handball there by Timo Pukki, and it's going to be a free kick to Liverpool just inside Liverpool's half. Liverpool starting to get back into the game. Trent on the right-hand side looks to play an early ball in. It is lovely. Comes out to Mane, but Norwich there. I think it's Aarons with the header away. It's going to be a corner kick to Liverpool, but that was incredible transition. Matip out wide too. Alexander-Arnold plays a first-time ball. Beautiful in-swinger. Mane just tracks his run, looks at the left post. Max Aarons there to head the ball clear. It's going to be a Liverpool corner, but beautiful play there. Liverpool looking to hit Norwich on the break. Tsimikas is going to whip in this corner. Van Dijk and Matip up. The ball comes in. High, good ball in, and Norwich get it away. Only as far as Ox, who hits a... Ox, the ball comes out to him just on the edge of the penalty area. Tries a shot, doesn't quite catch it right, and the ball goes over the bar into the Norwich end. And better from Liverpool, you have to say, these last 8 minutes. The first 10 minutes just trying to find their feet in this game. But these last 8 minutes, putting a few more passes together. Again, you can see trying to win the ball high up. Norwich are trying to play out from the back. So far, relatively successfully. Liverpool have managed to take it off them on a couple of occasions, but so far Norwich playing the ball out well, looking to try and get up. Haven't really offered much in this last 5 minutes or so, Norwich. You can see that a few misplaced balls as Liverpool do go on the press again, but Norwich do get it out to Max Aarons on this right-hand side. Ball comes out to Cantwell. Pukki with a lovely forward run. Pukki's trapped it. He's beaten the offside trap. Pukki with a chance here. Becker saves. It goes out for a Norwich corner, but that was half a chance there. Pukki beats the offside trap brilliantly. Cantwell spots him. Pukki has been making those runs forward. It's just a question of finding him. Onside, Van Dijk just playing him on, and Pukki just out of nowhere plays the ball in, but Alisson is kind of... Pukki, the way he's controlled the ball, just cuts off the angle a little bit. Alisson protects the near post. It hits it straight at Alisson. A lot of power, so Alisson can only parry it away. Goes out for a Norwich corner, but a chance there for Pukki. Norwich's best chance of the game as the ball comes in. Comes out to Norwich on the edge of the area. It's a lovely hit and just goes over the bar there. It was dipping, but it goes out. Liverpool look to play this ball forward from the goal kick, and they find Salah out on this left right-hand side. Salah, though, with a heavy touch, and Norwich have won the ball over. Really fast-paced stuff now. Pukki with a lovely ball back. Comes out to Cantwell. This is nice build-up. They're going to look to play it out left. They do. The ball comes in. Norwich with a ball in. Dangerous here. But Tsimikas, Norwich not really having anyone in the box there. Pukki kind of came a bit too forward. Ball came over. The ball comes back in again. Tsimikas out again. Liverpool can't really clear it. Norwich picked it back up. They're going to have a third bite at it. Cherry here. Ox with the jing. He doesn't quite get it through. Norwich over. Alisson comes out and claims it there. 3 good chances for Norwich, but you've got to question Liverpool not being able to get on the ball there. Tsimikas does get the ball away, but only as far as Campbell, but Liverpool have now got the ball with Mane down the left-hand side. But Norwich with 3 good crosses there into the box. Couldn't really find anyone. Pukki just drifted slightly forward. No one really in there. But Tsimikas probably, actually, if he had a shout, he didn't need to clear a couple of those. Could have just taken a touch if he had the shout and ran it down the left-hand side. There was a lot of space behind him. But elected to try and knock it away. Doesn't quite get the clearance. And Norwich 3 times get that ball in. In the end, Alisson catches it. And Liverpool tried to knock it forward. Just a little bit sloppy from Liverpool, this. Not really finding their feet. Norwich getting on the ball and playing it out, it must be said, beautifully from the back here. Pukki with a lovely lovely pass on there. As Norwich look to get the ball into the box, they do. And Tsimikas gets it out there. But that had to be defended there. Norwich really coming forward. Rashica really offering that, as we said in the pre-match show, really offers that cutting, kind of really attacking forward play. Really exciting player. One to watch for Norwich this season. Possibly good one for your fantasy teams as well if you're looking for a cheap option in that attacking lineup. It could be classed as a midfielder, but knocks it on beautifully. Rashica plays the ball in. Tsimikas is there. Campbell just coming in from behind. But you can see how Norwich are looking to get forward, playing it out from the back really well so far, playing through. And Pukki just there, acting so far as the man who just picks it up, looks to release Rashica or Campbell down either side. And so far, so good from Norwich. Liverpool on the ball now. Tsimikas down the left-hand side. Plays it back into Milner. Liverpool just really looking to get a bit of a foot on the ball here. He plays it, nice ball out to Trent on the right-hand side, just over Liverpool's halfway line. Plays it up to Salah. Probably Liverpool, just trying to get a few passes together, calm the game down a little bit, just take the pace out the game. Comes out to Van Dijk on this left-hand side, through to Tsimikas. Mane's making a forward run. Tsimikas finds him well. Sadio Mane on the ball, turns beautifully with a ball to the byline. Can he get a ball in? He does. Salah's there on the left with the volley. Salah, oh, it's a good opportunity from Salah. Oh, it's a lovely ball. Mane plays it beautifully in. Mane, first of all, though, really good play. Tsimikas knocks it forward. Mane jinks past, runs to the byline, gets past the Norwich defender, whips a nice ball in. Salah, first time on the volley. Good contact, beats Krul just past the far post on the right-hand side. Really good play there from Liverpool. And Salah just makes, he hits it so sweetly, but he can't quite get it on target, and it goes through for a Norwich goal kick. Oh, but Tsimikas has lost out here. Campbell looks to play, early ball in. Alisson's got to watch it, and he does. It goes out for a Liverpool goal kick, but you could see what Campbell, really quick thinking there. Tsimikas dilly-dallies, why not? Dilly-dallies on the ball, loses out. Campbell sees Alisson slightly off his line, tries to cut it in, but it goes out for a Liverpool goal kick. But you could see what Campbell was trying to do. Hits it pretty well, can't quite get it over, tries to lob Alisson, but in reality it was speculative. Alisson did have it covered round his left hand post, as the ball now with Virgil van Dijk plays it up to Matip. You can see Norwich with a chance here. No disrespect at all to Norwich, but Norwich really playing brilliantly and really creating some fantastic chances for them, as Milner is adjudged to foul Pukki. Norwich really playing some fantastic football so far. It's going to be a yellow card to Milner, who with the foul on Pukki. But you can see exactly what Norwich are trying to do, and they're doing it brilliantly. Picking up the ball, getting it to Pukki. Pukki just looking to play the ball out wide. Rashica there providing the option as he goes forward. Not quite getting it this time, but it's going to be a free kick to Norwich. Norwich with a really, really impressive opening 25 minutes. Some good chances here from Norwich. It's a really entertaining game, and Liverpool just struggling to find a bit of rhythm here. As the ball hits the referee, this is going to come back. As Rupp hits the ref, it's going to be a drop ball to Norwich. Billy Gilmore's going to get the game back underway. And you think Liverpool already coming into this late kickoff, seeing fellow rivals Chelsea and Manchester United both picking up wins. Of course, United thumping Leeds 5-1 before a 3-0 win to Chelsea over Crystal Palace. You'd think Liverpool also wanting to lay down a marker here. As the ball comes out wide to Trent. Trent with the ball in. Salah just touches through Jota. It's a goal. Yes! Get in there, Jota. 1-0 Liverpool. Liverpool on the break. Absolutely beautiful. Jota with the goal. Trent plays a lovely ball in. But I don't know if it's a missed touch from Salah. The ball just runs under his feet. Jota there, so sharp, grabs onto the ball, poaches it. Lovely first time shot, beats Krul down to his left hand side. But as we see the replay again, so Trent, lovely touch, takes a ball in, comes through to Salah. Salah just lets it go. Maybe he gets a shout from Jota. Misplay. It's a mistouch from the Norwich defender, and it just runs through to Jota. Jota with his right foot, first time hits it to Krul's left hand side. It is 1-0 to Liverpool. Absolutely fantastic. Jota with the goal there. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Liverpool off the mark. First goal of the campaign goes to Diogo Jota. And the visiting fans into raptures in Carrow Road there. Absolutely brilliant from Diogo Jota. Lovely from Trent. He'll take the assist. And Diogo Jota with his first goal off the mark. Absolutely fantastic. Well played, Liverpool. Really, really good to see there. And this will open the game. The game was pretty open already, but you would have thought now Norwich may not change the way they've been playing. Knocking it out from the back, looking to hit it wide. They've played some really nice football, Norwich, so I don't think they'll be too unsettled by that Liverpool goal just yet. They'll probably continue to do what they're doing, looking for Pukki, releasing the two wide players for Norwich. And they've had some really good chances doing that, but they've got to be careful at the back. Jota just gets it away. Krul, this could be turned over. We're going to stay with it for now as it comes back to Krul. Salah charging down, but Krul does manage to get away. Norwich have got to be careful at the back. We saw in pre-season with Liverpool, we know this is what Liverpool do so beautifully with that high press, with that high energy. They're looking to capitalise on any mistake that Norwich make. So Norwich got to be super careful at the back. But it's a lovely ball out to Tsimikas on this left-hand side with a bit of space. Gets the ball in. And it's going to go out for a Liverpool corner. Diogo Jota there, perhaps looking for a bit of a push. Maybe look, it's not going to be a penalty that, but the ball goes out for a Liverpool corner. But Norwich, you can see Liverpool just the way that they're changing tack, knocking the ball out quickly round the back. Van Dijk, Matip looking to release those balls forward. Tsimikas and Trent both finding space down the wings and looking to play early balls in, but not afraid Liverpool to play those through balls. And I would have thought here, Trent's going to come over, I think. I think this is a good call from Liverpool. Trent, it's on the other side, but Trent's going to come in and hit an in-swinging corner here. And we'll stay with this as Matip and Van Dijk go forward. Not too much hype from Norwich there as they come in and... but Trent can't beat the first man and Norwich get it clear. Not a great ball in there from Trent. Can't quite beat the first man. Not really troubling, but it comes out to Tsimikas, who's going to play a long ball forward. Matip still up. Wins the header down. Matip, can he get the ball down? It's going to go out for a Liverpool corner. Matip stayed up there and his height, his aerial presence, as we know, manages to win the ball, gets a chest on it. Norwich just get a cut across in front of him and it's going to go out for a Liverpool corner. But it's a good ball in from Tsimikas. Lovely ball deep into the box with a chest in there, Matip. But Norwich get it out. It's going to be a corner to Liverpool. And Liverpool in full voice. Allez, allez, allez reverberates around Carrow Road from the away end. As Trent's going to take the corner. In it comes from Trent. Goes up and Norwich get it out there. Gets cleared, but only as far as Tsimikas, who's got a little bit of space. Plays it out to Naby Keita, who's dropped down to this left-hand side. Mane's on the overlap. Will he find him? No, he doesn't. He jinks it in. Salah on the ball. Can Salah get out? He plays it out wide to Mane. Just puts a foot on it. He's going to look to beat the man. He does. He plays a nice ball. Oh, it's just too much on it. The ball rolls out for a Norwich goal kick. Mane just tries to release Keita, who is still out on that left-hand side. Just overhits the pass, and the ball goes out to Krul. As we're just seeing replays here, potentially of a foul in the build-up to Liverpool's goal. But Pukki gets a touch in the back from Van Dijk. Pukki goes down, and you probably, to be honest, had the ref seen that, he would have given it, I would have thought. Perhaps he just didn't see it. Norwich still trying to play it out from the back so far relatively successfully. A couple of times they've been caught out. Try to play the ball forward. They do to Campbell. Again, they play it forward to Pukki. Pukki knocks it down. He's been doing that all game really, really well, Pukki. Gets the ball down, but Naby with a lovely tackle there, but he can't get the ball out of his feet. It's going to be a Norwich throw. Norwich, like I said, just got to be a little bit careful there not to be caught out by Liverpool's press, which has looked really sharp. You can see Liverpool players really up for this game. Doing really well so far. Norwich with the ball. Cantwell brings it over the Liverpool line, but both Ox and Naby Keita back there with a lovely challenge there from Keita. Oh, plays a beautiful ball forward. Diogo Jota with the turn. Oh, he tries to swing it thinking Mane's there, playing an early ball, but it gets cut out. Norwich with a bit of space down the right-hand side here. It's Aaron's on the ball. Plays a lovely ball through to Pukki. This could be offside, but has Pukki timed his run? Norwich with the ball in, and Trent cuts the ball out. I think the flag may have gone up here. Pukki tracks his run. Maybe Van Dijk was playing him on down this right-hand side. Pukki's been doing this. Plays off the shoulder of the final man. Has been beating the offside trap so far. But the flag does go up. It is an offside. Pukki adjudged just to be offside there. But Liverpool have got to be careful. It's a couple of times Pukki's got in behind with the ball at his feet. And they've just got to get this. So Diogo Jota, surprisingly, with the fewest touches on the pitch of all the players, only 6 touches so far. However, he got the goal. That's all that counts so far. But Diogo Jota with 6 touches only. One of those was the touch for the goal. That's what counts, right? So good to see Diogo Jota on the score sheet, justifying his start there ahead of Bobby Firmino. As the ball comes out to Matip, Liverpool just knocking it round the back. Van Dijk hasn't really put a foot wrong, Van Dijk, to be fair. He's playing the ball out now wide to Ox on the right-hand side. But Van Dijk looking pretty much in control so far. Hasn't really been tested too much this first half. A couple of balls down the right-hand side that he's had to watch. Pukki is going to give him a tough time, though. Van Dijk can't rest on his laurels here, but great to see Van Dijk, of course, getting minutes. Great to see him back in the Liverpool shirt. This is fantastic. So far, really a sure performance from the Dutchman. As Liverpool look to come forward here, the ball comes into Mane. Ball gets down on the floor. Norwich haven't quite got this away. Salah, that's got to be. Oh, and the ball is going to go out for a Liverpool corner. Shout there for a Salah penalty. I don't think so. I think it's more... You may have seen this given last season. Salah comes in for the ball. Cantwell comes running in as well, but I think Cantwell just pulls his foot out. Let's see this again. Salah gets it. He's get it first. Oh, Cantwell just gets his ball. The foot is high from Cantwell. I mean, on another day, potentially a penalty, but Liverpool with the ball in. Floated in towards the back post. Going to come out for Salah on the left-hand side. Salah with a strike. Matip. Oh, and Norwich with the clearance. Matip could have got a goal there. Salah kind of more speculative than anywhere. Doesn't quite hit it cleanly, but the ball runs through. We're going to watch this again. The ball goes in from the corner to the back post. Salah with a kind of shot on the right. Doesn't really come through, but the Norwich get it out. Comes only as far as Matip, who hits a first-time ball back out. It's going to be a Liverpool corner. Lots of really good pressure this from Liverpool. It's going to come out to Trent on the right-hand side. Miguel Angel Garcia, great to have you along. Underrated stream. Oh, that means a lot, man. Thank you ever so much. Really great to have you along. Yes, we will be doing live streams, watch-alongs of all the games, so please do smash the like button. Sorry, Miguel. Ball comes out to Van Dijk. Oh, it comes to the right-hand side. But Miguel, great to have you along. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. You will be alerted when other games are being uploaded. But live streams, yeah, of all of Paul's games, all watch-alongs as well. But great to have you along. Let me know your prediction. Put that in the chat if you're still there as well. It'd be great to see you. And thank you ever so much for the comments. Don't forget, do hit the like button. Do hit the subscribe button as well. If you're liking what you're seeing, I'm going to try something different in the second half. You'll see the setup that I've got. Sorry, I'm just going to cut away as Norwich take a goal kick. You see the setup that I've got. Me in the middle, Shelf on the left, and Team on the right. I'm going to try something a little bit different. I hope it works in the second half. Do let me know in the comments below if you like it, if you prefer it, and I'll use that as the way forward. But you'll see what I mean in the second half. It's going to be a slightly different display to this first half. as Norwich do look to get the ball forward. But Liverpool have cut this out down the right-hand side. Ox looking down the right there as Norwich get it clear. It's going to be a Liverpool throw into Norwich's half. Ox had a really good pre-season. Lots of questions over who's going to start in this Liverpool midfield. Ox gets the nod ahead of the likes of Fabinho and Harvey Elliott, who perhaps it was going to be, it would have been a surprise maybe had he started. He certainly had a great pre-season, Harvey Elliott, but actually to start the match, he's gone with the more experienced Ox. But Ox really justifying his position in pre-season. Like I said, my man of the match in that game against Osasuna, just really bossed it in that midfield. Has had a really good, he presses really well, Ox, and he has been pressing really well so far. Finding that space as Matip looks to play. Oh, this is a lovely link-up play. Oh, and Jota just with a heavy touch. It runs through to the Norwich defender. Oh, Miguel Angel Garcia. So Miguel, I'll call you Miguel from going forward. I got you. I'm thinking of 4-0 with Salah scoring at least 2 and hopefully some surprises from Tsimikas. Love that prediction. Lot of time for that, Miguel. 4-0 would just be fantastic, wouldn't it? I mean, there are goals in games against Norwich. We know that. Liverpool, Norwich do deliver goals. Of course, not forgetting that unforgettable 5-4 win for Liverpool in Klopp's first season. Adam Lallana with the winner there to make it 5-4 deep into stoppage time. And you've subscribed as well. Fantastic, Miguel. Thank you ever so much. Great to have you along. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Liverpool with the ball here on towards the back. Comes through to Van Dijk. Matip, now comes the ball, rolls through to Van Dijk. Liverpool look to get this forward with Sadio Mane. Tsimikas finding pace down the left-hand side. Surprises from Tsimikas, Miguel. I think you're absolutely right. He's finding space down this left. He's delivering. Oh, that's a lovely ball over the top there from Van Dijk. But it just gets cut out. But back to Tsimikas, he really is finding a lot of space down this left-hand side. And so far, his deliveries have been pretty much on the money. Okay, he hasn't quite got the assist yet, but he is threatening down that left-hand side as he covers for Robertson. Liverpool with the ball here to Trent. Trent's going to run into the right-hand side. The ball does it go out. Cantwell does well there. He's challenging. He's putting a lot of pressure on Trent. And Trent here, and Cantwell wins it. But it's going to go out for a Liverpool throw, I think this is going to be, potentially. Or no, it might be a foul, actually. Trent adjudged to have fouled Cantwell there. It's going to be a Norwich free kick right on their byline. But Trent there just probably, I thought it was inevitable it was going to be a Liverpool corner. Cantwell does well, comes across and covers, nicks the ball off Trent, and Trent just catches his leg. And it's going to be a free kick to Norwich, which Krul is going to come out and take over by the corner flag on the left-hand side. As Krul plays the ball forward. 38 minutes gone in this first half. Liverpool 1-0 ahead with a goal from Diogo Jota. But Norwich have had their chances. Pukki with a really good opportunity earlier on in the half. One-on-one with Alisson, but couldn't quite get his shot. Couldn't quite get his shot on. He got it on target. Couldn't quite angle it. Hits it straight at Alisson, who parries it away. Norwich have looked threatening. Not so much, it must be said, sorry Norwich fans, not so much in these last 5 minutes, but certainly during the first half of this half, Norwich have had their chances coming forward. Rashica on that left-hand side looking a threat. Cantwell looking to be all over the pitch as well. And Pukki has done really well to hold up the ball and release the two. And Pukki, you think, would get a few more chances. Going to test the Liverpool defence, who have done well. Matip and Van Dijk in that centre-back partnership have done well so far, obviously kept a clean sheet, but you do sense Norwich could get round the back of them with a few through balls. Hopefully Liverpool will be better to it, but certainly Norwich showing a really good account of themselves so far. A lot of people have written Norwich off. You've seen them kind of finishing in the bottom three in a lot of the predictions I've seen, but based on what I've seen so far, of course, the Premier League is super competitive. We'll wait and see what Norwich do going forward. But so far, Norwich have given a really good account of themselves, I think. I would be encouraged by what I've seen if I was a Norwich fan. Liverpool just that little bit better, though, with their chances. As Norwich tried to bring the ball forward. Ox is hounding, really pressing well, Ox, so far this game. Gets the ball forward to Cantwell. Norwich knocking it around nicely at the back. They've tried to play it out the back. And sorry, I say tried. Knocked it around the back really nicely and knocked it through. Aarons with the right-hand side here. Tries to look for the forward run of Pukki. Just gets crowded out. Opts to go back to Gilmour, who slips. Mane's in. Oh, but Gilmour recovers. And it comes back. Liverpool in really nice shape here. Milner playing in that centre, that kind of defensive midfield role with Ox and Keita just in front of him. As Milner wins the ball back, gets it forward to Salah. Salah gets it down. He looks to run up the halfway line, but Jota just misses out here. You'd kind of suspect Liverpool would just want to get a bit more of the possession, particularly as we come to the end of this first half. Maybe see the first half out. I would have thought Norwich have had more of the ball in the last 2 minutes. If they play a forward ball, looks fine. Pukki, Matip, really strong defending there from Matip. Just marshals him. Lovely, cool play there from Matip. Knocks it back to Alisson, who gets it out as Liverpool look to break away with Tsimikas down this left-hand side with a bit of space. Yeah, opts to put his foot on it and plays it back. Okay, you perhaps could have gone forward, but I quite like that from Tsimikas, just slowing the place down. Liverpool getting their foot back on the ball. Make Norwich run for it. They are a goal down. And try not to do anything too silly before the end of the first half. As Jota intercepts, it goes out for a Norwich throw in Norwich's half. But you'd like to see Liverpool just play that little bit more calmly at the back, kind of knocking it around the block. Klopp a little bit animated here. I wonder if Klopp's going to say the same thing. We'll see if we can see what he's mouthing with cameras on him at the moment. But I think you'd probably want to see Liverpool with their foot on the ball a little bit more. Make Norwich work for it. Don't give Norwich any opportunity in this last 4 minutes of the first half. Liverpool have done well to get ahead here, but I think you just want to see them don't drop too deep, which they are doing now. Aaron's with the ball, a bit of space on this right-hand side. But Liverpool get the press and Norwich knock it back. But you don't want to give anything away to Norwich. They have looked threatening coming forward. So you don't really want to give them a sniff before the end of before the end of the half, sorry. Go ahead, 1-0 up. And then look. And then hopefully, as Miguel predicts, really love that, with a 4-0 win. Get 3 in the second half. Why not? That'd be beautiful. But you certainly don't want to be conceding here. Norwich do have the ball. Play it out wide to the left. Got a lot of space out here on the left-hand side. Really a lot of space here. Drives forwards. Beats Trent round the right-hand side. Oh, it's good defending from Trent. Just muscles him off the ball. And it goes out for a Liverpool goal kick here. But really impressive play from Norwich, looking to exploit that space, and they have found it so far down that right-hand side as Ox looks to come forward. Oh, he plays slightly high ball. Mane can only head it, and it's going to win it back from Norwich, who play it back to Tim Krul. But you can see here, Liverpool, Klopp won't be happy, I don't think, with the last few minutes of this game. You would have thought Liverpool get on the ball, get possession, start to see this first half out. Don't give Norwich any opportunity, but they are. Norwich on the ball here. Okay, they're still in their half, but you want to let Norwich ask the questions. You don't want to... Yeah, absolutely, Miguel. Trust the defence, definitely, but you kind of squeaky bum time in this final minutes of this first half. They are playing well, Norwich. You can see that just as they knock it round. Tsimikas, Van Dijk on the ball, and Keita has come back to come out defensively. I think that's what you want to see. Just let Liverpool knock it round the side, but I say that if Liverpool score, I'm not going to complain as it comes through to Salah, but Salah just misplaces the touch and Norwich pick it up. As Naby Keita hounding down Rashica there but it comes back through to Norwich, who get it back to the defenders, and Norwich on the ball here. Tsimikas closing down well here on the left-hand side. But Norwich, okay, Norwich going back to Krul. Not too worried when it goes back to Krul, but certainly still in possession. But you know that threat. Pukki's seen it. We've seen it so far in the match with Pukki. If they do pick him out, he's there to pick the ball up, and he's been so quick so far to release either Cantwell to his left or Rashica on his right. And he's really looking to play as that outlet going forward. The ball comes up to his now, but Matip does well to cover across, but only as far as Norwich get a bit of space in the middle of the park, and they're going to knock it out. Aaron's on the right-hand side here. He's going to come forward into the final minute of this first half. Let's try to stand it up. Keita doesn't quite, comes out to Cantwell. Cantwell on the right-hand side. Tsimikas beats him, gets beaten. Norwich with a beautiful ball in. Out it goes up to Trent, and Alisson is going to get it. Chance, though, for Norwich. Tsimikas turned inside out and put on the floor there by Rashica. That is the threat. We talked about it so far in this match. It's the threat he gives you. Get him into your fantasy team. I really would if you play fantasy football for Rashica. Really, really bright player. Going to get a lot of assists, I think, for Norwich this season. And certainly doing what he did for Werder Bremen when he was there before he transferred over to Norwich when they got relegated, Werder Bremen, from the Bundesliga last season. But exactly what he was doing there, offering that attacking threat, putting balls into the box, and you would have thought sooner or later he's going to get an assist. Either Pukki or Cantwell are going to get on the end of them. But Liverpool just living a little bit dangerously into stoppage time now. 1 minute of stoppage time to play. Still Liverpool 1-0 with that goal from Diogo Jota going forward. But Norwich have certainly had their chances, have certainly looked good on the attack. Liverpool just have to be switched on here. It comes down to Van Dijk on the right-hand side. Yeah, sorry, Miguel. The player I'm talking about is Norwich's number 17. His first name, sorry, let me get my notes up. It's Rashica, his surname. It's Milo, I think. Milot, Rashica, Kosovan, £8 million player, transferred over from Werder Bremen, but really good on the attacking threat. Scored 27 goals in 86 appearances for Werder Bremen, but really is an assist king. And I think we'll have a very good season for Norwich, and one to keep your eye on if you are a Norwich fan or you're playing Norwich in later games. But the ball comes out to Trent on the right-hand side. They're going to have a throw-in, but I think the ball is going to go out. It does, and that is half-time. Liverpool close the half 1-0 up again ahead of Norwich. Breakthrough from Diogo Jota with a right foot shot, beating Krul down to his left. Norwich, though, not without their chances. Timo Pukki having a good chance one-on-one with Alisson Becker. Becker saves at his near post. But Norwich offering a really good game up against Liverpool here, but it is Liverpool going up 1-0 up into the break. We're going to take a short break. We will be back for the second half in about 10 minutes time, so do stay with us. We're going to have a short break though, and we'll catch you on the other side. So, welcome back, everybody. A slightly different look for the second half. I've introduced the live tracker, which is on the left-hand side, as you can see. That will hopefully be giving us some few stats as it rolls through. It is a pretty temperamental, so I'm hoping it's going to be okay and should kind of fold through. It also should give you live kind of tracking of the play as it happens as well. So you'll see a lot of the stats on this left-hand side scrolling through the screen. You can see there, possession-wise, for Norwich, slightly more possession than Liverpool in the first half, sorry. Liverpool with slightly more kind of dangerous attacks, though, and we expect to see that probably a little bit more in this second half. The players are now back out onto the pitch and ready to get this second half underway. Mo Salah in the centre circle, who's going to kick it off. And yes, so Liverpool 1-0 up then after a Diogo Jota first half goal. And we eagerly await the start to this second half. It's going to be a good one. And remember, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying it so far. Drop a comment in the chat box. We'll read it out. And as we get going, and ball goes out for a Norwich throw. Norwich have got it safe. Welcome back, everyone. Apologies for the technical issues there. Just trying to get the live tracker on. I'll get that ready for next time and get that ready for the next watch-along. However, we'll return to the action. Van Dijk on the ball at the back. Liverpool with a half chance there with Trent. Dangerous run down the left-hand side. Doesn't quite get the ball in, but the ball comes back to Alisson as Liverpool look to build from the back. Milner plays it back to Van Dijk. Milner dropping deep, of course. We did think maybe Fabinho might get a start. We may see him in this second half. But Milner's certainly covering well so far in that defensive midfield with Keita and Ox in front of him. Matip knocks it back to Alisson. As the ball beautifully played out to Trent on the right-hand side, who beats a man and he comes in. Salah picks it up, into the box he goes, tries a jinking run. Mane just loses his feet, but he brings out to Jota. It's a chance here, and it's a lovely tackle from the Norwich defender. But chance there for Liverpool. Looking out again to that right-hand side with Trent. Plays a lovely ball in. Salah does well in the box. Releases Mane. Mane then picks up the run of Jota on the overlap on the left-hand side. But Jota just unable to get his shot away. Norwich do well to cut in front there. And Liverpool win the ball back on the halfway line. It's now with Van Dijk. Mane with a lovely turn there, beats two men, plays a lovely through ball, and Norwich is going to go out for a Liverpool corner there. Beautiful. You can see how quickly Liverpool turn this on. Absolutely fantastic play. They kind of bring the ball back. And Mane just drops the shoulder, beats Campbell and the other Norwich player, and he runs through, tries to release Sadio Mane, but it's the Norwich defender who gets the ball out. It's going to be a Liverpool corner though. Matip and Van Dijk coming up. Liverpool kind of, when they play their corners, looking to group together and then just fan out as the ball comes in. Tsimikas with the ball. It's a good ball in. Norwich do get it away. Only as far as Ox on the right-hand side. Miscues his shot, unfortunately. Ball's going to go down and it's going to be a Norwich free kick. Not much in that. It was one of those coming together. Matip, just as he's running back, catches, I think, the Norwich defender. It's going to be a Norwich free kick just outside their box. But good chance there. Lovely ball in from Tsimikas. Beats the first man. It kind of drops over the top of a Norwich player, but no Liverpool player there to get their head on it. But you can see the kind of balls that Tsimikas is capable of putting in from that left-hand side. In the absence of Andy Robertson. Tsimikas doing very well, I think, so far. Certainly in those advanced positions and getting forward. Liverpool looking to pick him out as well, but he's finding a lot of space over on that left-hand side. Oh, Ox tries to turn the ball over. I think he wins the ball there. Referee's given a foul to Norwich. I disagree with this, actually, to be honest. I think Ox does win it fairly. He kind of gestates at the referee that he wins it fairly. He tries, again, what Liverpool do, try to win the ball high up the pitch, but just to judge, a few of those actually in the first half where you see Liverpool trying to play that press, but just not quite getting their tackles right as the ball's going to go out for a Norwich throw. Jun-san, great to have you along. Today's match reminds me of the performance of the 1920 season. Yeah, doesn't it just, actually? You think it's got that in the making? I hope we're going to see a few more goals. I'd be surprised if it stays 1-0, to be honest. And yeah, it's great to see, as you said there, the two centre-backs fit as Jota wins the ball here, and he's going to run it forward. He does. He gets past the man. He beats another one. Jota's on the ball here. This is a lovely run from Jota. Cantwell. Oh, Cantwell hacks him down. That is going to be a booking. It is. Oh, Jota has played beautifully there. Jota just beats two Norwich defenders, runs the ball down. Cantwell just running up behind him. And it's kind of like a circle on FIFA. He just swings at Jota. Doesn't win the ball, nowhere near the ball. Quite cynical there from Cantwell. Had he been the last man, that was a straight red, no question about it. As Jota really comes in, and yeah, Cantwell, silly there. Really, you would have thought no chance of getting the ball, just swings at Jota's legs. Really lucky, I think, there, Cantwell, just to escape with a yellow. And it's going to be a dangerous free kick to Liverpool just outside Norwich's penalty area. But interesting decision from Cantwell. Okay, yeah, Jota was through, but I mean, he's just early in the second half. That's normally a challenge you see in like the 85th minute, not in the 53rd as it is now. Trent's going to stand over this. It is a little way out. It's probably about 30 yards out, this. Trent is eyeing it up, though, and he's stepping back as if to hit it. I think Trent's only got one thing on his mind here. It's a fairly just outside of his normal range, but I think he's going to have a go here. Tsimikas also standing over it, but Trent gets up to it. Trent with a beautiful ball. Oh, it just goes wide of the left post. It's one of those where you think it's in because it hits the kind of camera stand and bounces around the back of the goal, but lovely hit there. Krul probably did have that covered. He just put a bit too much whip on that, Trent. It goes round to the left-hand side. Comfortable. Krul watches it out in the end. But Norwich trying to play it out from the back. Liverpool pressing high. And it's going to be a free kick. Throw-in, one of them. Throw-in to Liverpool. Trent looking to play it quickly. See Norwich there again, trying to play it out from the back. Fair play to them for doing that. It has worked in that first half. But Liverpool do just nick it off them. They've got a throw-in here deep into Norwich's half. Trent, though... Gilmore gets the tackle in on Ox, but it goes out for another Liverpool throw. Norwich just struggling to get the ball out of their half. Liverpool camped out in this Norwich half at the minute in the second half. Going to be another throw out to Liverpool. And it's going to be another throw. I think that's 4 in a row. It is, yeah, Trent. It's another throw. I'm just going to tell you something when it happens, when Liverpool got out of this corner. So far camped out, but Trent whips the ball in nicely. It's going to go to the back stick. It's going to stay in. No, it's not. It's going to go out for a Norwich goal kick. Liverpool just unable there to make something of the throw. Had 4 bites of the cherry at that. And it was a real struggle there. If Norwich tried to get the ball, tried to get their foot on the ball, couldn't. Had to concede 4 throws in the end, but Liverpool just unable this time round to make something of it. Trent with the ball in, just hits it a bit too long and it goes out for a Norwich goal kick. Liverpool with the ball back. Van Dijk, oh, Pookie there. He tries to play the ball back to Alisson, or thought about playing the ball. Alisson checks the ball though and plays well back to Milner. Plays a lovely ball forward to Diogo Jota. Mane with a lovely drop of the shoulder. Can he release down this right-hand side? He does. Ox with a bit of space in the middle here. Through ball to Salah. He's just under-hit the pass there, Ox. Salah was through. Slightly stronger pass of the ball, and he would have been through Salah. But good chance for Liverpool. Slightly wasted, but Norwich bring the ball out. Rashica on the ball here, grounding forward. Looks over to the right-hand side. There is Cantwell on the right. Tsimikas up against Cantwell. Cantwell step over, Ops to play it back to the right-hand side to Aarons. But you kind of get the sense here with Norwich that every time they come forward, the crowd are willing them to get forward. And Rashica's been really bright on this left-hand side and tries to play in Cantwell. Cantwell, in the end, can't make anything of it. The ball has come all the way back to the Norwich defence as they pass it round the back. No changes at the second half for Liverpool, by the way. We still have Trent at the right, Matip, Van Dijk, Tsimikas on the left, Keita, Milner and Ox in the midfield with Jota, Salah and Mane up top. No Henderson, no Thiago in the squad at all today, not even making the bench. Fabinho is on the bench. Harvey Elliott on the bench as well, as Norwich try to play a ball in. Matip cuts it out. It's going to be a Norwich corner here. And that has given the crowd, the Norwich fans, something to cheer about. Been a little bit lackluster this start of the second half. But Norwich with a corner here. Rashish is going to take it. Pukki stalks the 6-yard box, moving around. Rashish, a lovely ball in. It comes in. Norwich do get it up, but Liverpool are going to get this clear. They do. Only as far as Cantwell, though. Dispossessed, but Norwich do get a ball in. It's a nice touch. Oh, it's going to go out, I think, unless Pukki can keep this alive. Pukki does keep it alive. We'll stay with it. Norwich have got this back here just on the left-hand side. Rashish is going to look to play a ball in. He does off the left, but too close to Alisson. Alisson picks it up. Catch your breath stuff at the minute. Alisson with that fast ball out, and Diogo Jota's off here down the left-hand side. Tries to pick out Mane. He does, but Mane just has to check his run. Gets dispossessed, though, only as far as Tsimikas, as Milner gets his foot on it just inside Liverpool's half. Milner looks to run this forward, but loses the ball. That's really sloppy from Milner there. Comes out to Billy Gilmore, trying to look for that forward run. Pukki, you can just see, trying to play off the shoulder of Van Dijk, but the ball comes back to Norwich's defence. They look to knock it back. Sloppy from Milner to lose the ball in the middle of the park, and had a bit of space there, Norwich. They could just try and play that through ball, but opted to play it back. Down the left-hand side, Gibbs with a lovely ball through. Early ball in. Van Dijk with the intercept, knocks it forward. Salah with the ball here. Liverpool have kept it in. Salah tries to beat the man, but that's lovely tracking play from Norwich here. Norwich just seeing a little bit more of the ball, starting to grow into the second half. Trent, though, picks up the ball and it goes out for a Liverpool throw-in. But that's better from Norwich. Much, much better. Looking to play in the wings down the left-hand side. Pukki haven't seen much, as we're now seeing Roberto Firmino warming up and actually about to come on. I wonder if he's going to come on for Diogo Jota and Fabinho as well. The Brazilian boys, that's good to see. Really love Fabinho, really rate him. I think he's going to add a lot more calming presence. I think the game needs Fabinho. Liverpool do need him just to kind of be that slightly more reassuring figure in the defensive midfield. Milner has done well. I think Milner probably will come off for him. But for me, Fabinho and Firmino warming up, not on just yet, as the ball's with Van Dijk, who looks to play it long, plays a delicious ball out. Tsimikas traps it beautifully. Cantwell runs over on the overlap and he wins it. Cantwell plays it well there. He takes a peg. That's going to be a free kick to Norwich. Tsimikas just with a touch into Cantwell's back leg there. It's going to be a free kick, and it gives Liverpool a chance to bring on their substitutions, and we'll update the team as it comes on. And it is James Milner who is coming off, and Fabinho is going to replace him. And it is the goal scorer, Diogo Jota. Really, really good start of the season for Diogo Jota. Gets his goal. And Firmino comes on in place of Diogo Jota. Oh, beg your pardon. It's not Milner, sorry, coming off. It is the Ox coming off. Let's update that. I think Milner's probably then gone slightly forward. So Fabinho, it is Ox off, but Milner is on still. So I guess Milner's going to play in a slightly more advanced role in that midfield. Fabinho just dropping back into the defensive midfield area. Si Senor reverberates around Carrow Road from the away fans. Liverpool, great to hear fans. Oh, it's so great to hear natural crowd noise back. Carrow Road, full capacity. Really been in good voice, actually. I think the fans are really enjoying being back. No delays to kick off. We did see a couple of Liverpool's games in pre-season at Anfield delayed due to the ticketing system. Obviously, COVID regulations, they have to do a few more checks. But this game did kick off on time, as did all, actually. So I think they've done really well to get the fans in on time and to get kickoffs on time as well. So Firmino picks up the ball on the edge of the area, plays it back to Fabinho. Fabinho lays a lovely chip forward ball, but in the end, not too much on it. Norwich cut it out, but it comes back as far as Naby Keita. Just passing it round. You can tell they're just looking for those runs forward. Liverpool not offering too much by way of forward runs. Comes to Van Dijk, who is in Norwich's half. Back to Fabinho, through to Keita. Firmino picks it up, knocks it back to Matip. But Fabinho bringing the ball forward there. It comes through to Firmino. It's a lovely ball forward. Firmino with a forward run gets it through. It's a lovely tackle from Norwich there as they get the ball out and look to play it out. But Fabinho, there he is, tries to get the ball. He does. He wins it in the end. Naby Keita with a pass out to Milner. Comes out to Salah on this right-hand side. Trent with the overlap. Opts to play it in. Lovely. Firmino's got a bit of space in the box there. Plays a lovely ball through to Mane. Tsimikas on the overlap. He's going to hit it. He does. Tsimikas. It's a good hit in the end. Krul sharp down to his left-hand side to gather the ball. But that was lovely build-up play there. Firmino with a lot of space. I don't think he can quite believe it in the box. Plays a lovely ball to the left to Mane. Mane releases Tsimikas out onto his left foot. It's a lovely driven ball. Hits it very nicely. Tsimikas through the legs of Aarons, but Krul just sharp down to his left-hand side. Hey, Liverpool, great to have you along. Great game and energy. It really is. It's a fantastic match so far, as you would expect from Liverpool and Norwich, right? I mean, they've got goals in them. The ball comes out to Trent, though. Trent hits the ball. He tries a spectacular effort in the end. He picks up the ball. He catches it on the volley, tries a shot, but there's a Norwich player in front of him, so he has to try and get it over him, and he ends up hitting it over the bar. But it's a lovely ball out from Mane to pick him out, and just Trent, you can see it sits up nicely for him, but in the end, he just cuts across it, kind of slashes at it, really, and the ball goes over the bar. Gilmore with a ball forwards. Tsimikas, Virgil van Dijk plays it back to Alisson. Nice and calm. You always worry a little bit when it goes back to Alisson that he's going to try and chip the defender and play, kind of some really silky football. But in the end, he opts wisely to play it out. But it does get cut out, and the Norwich get it back to the goalkeeper, Tim Krul. Great to see Van Dijk back. Had obviously some really good minutes in pre-season after that horrific injury he suffered at Everton. But has looked really, really good, actually. Not really too much asked from him, it has to be said. I'm sure that will change as we go on. But he has looked really calm back there, and it's great to see him back. Tsimikas cuts out a ball from Cantwell as he tries to release Aarons down that right-hand side. Norwich, first kind of foray into Liverpool's half this second half. Haven't had too much of the ball in Liverpool's half, but they got it now with Cantwell on the overlap. He just can't quite find the ball. Van Dijk calmly plays it out to Keita. Liverpool have got a bit of a counter-attack here if they get it forward. And they do. Firmino, it's going to be 3-on-3 here. Salah making a beautiful run in the far post. Firmino on the ball. Can he pick him out? He picks out Mane. Mane with a bit of time and space. Mane with a shot. Can he go for it? Mane just scuffs his rope. But it's going to be Firmino. It's going to be a goal. Yes! Bobby Firmino with a goal. It comes out of Norwich. You've got a feel for Norwich there, but let's focus on Liverpool for now. Beautiful build-up. That fab three running forward, 3-on-3. Plays a ball out to Mane. Mane jinks his run, releases, got a lot of space, scuffs his shot though, comes out to the Norwich defender, comes out to Salah. Salah picks the ball up, jinks the ball into Bobby Firmino. It's going to be a Salah assist. Anyone with Salah in their fantasy leagues, you're going to get an assist for this if you captain him. Well done as well. But the ball comes out, hits, ricochets off the Norwich defender. Salah alive to it. Bobby Firmino aches the space in that box. Cuts it away through Tim Krul. 2-0 to Liverpool. Si senor reverberates around Carrow Road. Si senor indeed. Firmino with a goal. It's 2-0 to Liverpool. That is an absolutely breathtaking goal. It has to be said. Klopp is going to be really thrilled with that. Firmino, we know how cool he is in the box. Picked it up. I'm not quite sure if it's a no-look goal. I think Firmino kept his eyes on the ball. First game of the season. Let's not too carried away. Hey, lads. But beautiful finish. Firmino, nice and calm, nice and cool. I wouldn't worry, though, if you're a Norwich fan just yet. I think Norwich have showed, okay, not maybe so much in the second half, but there will be chances. Liverpool have to stay switched on. Liverpool's attack pressing well, but Norwich have picked up the ball here down the left-hand side. Keep your eye on number 17 this season for Rashica. He's a really talented player and has had a really good game so far for Norwich. Liverpool can't get too complacent, do have to keep themselves switched on at the back. But Bobby Firmino, 3 goals in 3 away appearances at Norwich, adding to his goal tally there. That's Diogo Jota and Firmino giving Klopp a headache of who he's going to start in the next game, both getting on the score sheet there. But great to see Bobby back, and great to see Fabinho back, obviously. I mean, it's great to see all players back, particularly the Brazilian guys who had a really challenging Copa America. and to get them back, of course, and to get them back, get them match sharp. Okay, neither started as to be expected. Klopp did say, I mean, you look at Henderson and Thiago. Thiago was carrying a knock. I think he's only had really a week of full training. Henderson obviously late into the Euros, into the final with England. And some good news actually on Henderson. I'll just update you in a minute as we stay with Norwich. Billy Gilmore's got it at the back on the right-hand side. Comes out to Cantwell on the right, plays it in. Cantwell picks it up again. Looks to go forward, and he does. Max Owens drops the shoulder. Yeah, Junsang, really good comment here. Great to have you along. Nice attack, impressive. It really was there, wasn't it? And worried about his slump in Brazil. Is that Firmino or Fabinho you're talking about? But I think, yeah, the fact that the Brazilian lads didn't really get on the pitch. Yeah, exactly. Firmino does, doesn't he? I think... I don't know how many minutes he got the Copa America. I don't think he was the first choice striker for Brazil. And it was similar to Fabinho as well. I'm not sure how many minutes he got, but you could see how important Firmino is. And Firmino to get that goal, to get the goal at the start in the opening game of the Premier League, so important to him, of course. He kind of struggled for goals last season, but it is really good to see him on the score sheet in his first game. A season you're still singing, still reverberating around Carrow Road as the ball goes out for a Liverpool throw. And just while Liverpool take this throw, some good news, well, some more positive news on the Jordan Henderson contract front. Klopp saying in his pre-match interviews that he expects Henderson to sign a new contract. Jurgen Klopp reported to be relaxed over Jordan Henderson's future. I know what's going on behind the scenes, and then relax, Klopp says. The one thing I can say is nobody has to worry. So reassuring from Klopp there. As Mo Salah picks up the ball on the right-hand side, drives in. Oh, and he just loses his balance slightly, Salah, as the Norwich defender cuts him out. But Cantwell, can he get him forward? He does. Cantwell releases as Norwich play it back. Billy Gilmore's picked it up on the Norwich halfway line. A lot of space out here on the left-hand side. Trent giving him a lot of room. Rashica, you don't want to do this. You don't want to give Rashica room. He's going to get the ball in. He does. The ball comes in. Tsimikas with a nice calm touch at the back post there is able to play it out, and it gets to Milner, but you don't want to give Rashica too much room down that left-hand side because he will get a ball in. More often than not, it will be a quality ball. But, as Tsimikas dallied on the ball there, Cantwell picks it up. It's going to be a chance for Norwich. It is. And the ball gets blazed over. Tsimikas just dallies on the ball. Really sloppy from Tsimikas. I don't know whether he was getting a shout or he didn't think the man was there, but he was facing the man. He just misses him. It is complacent from Tsimikas. He just misses out the corner of his eye. You can't see him. Norwich player comes running in, nips the ball back up as Milner slaps Tsimikas around the face. That is brilliant from Milner. Slaps Tsimikas around the face as if to say, what you're doing, because it really was a kind of WTF moment really there. But Milner with the captain's armband on, just expecting a bit more. That was a chance there for Norwich. Liverpool don't want to be doing that too often. Norwich unable to capitalise just in there. But like we said, when it went 2-0 up, Norwich have been playing well. They will get a few more chances in this game. There's no doubt about that. And Liverpool just have to be switched on. Not any lapses in concentration as Tsimikas was there. Norwich with the ball now. They're knocking it down around the defence. It comes wide out. Salah chasing the ball down there slightly, Gibbs with a slightly misplaced ball. Krul does recover well in the end, but Salah was chasing that. That's what Norwich have to be careful of. You do think Liverpool may get one more goal. If they are going to get one more goal, there's a good chance it might come from a turnover high up the pitch, because Norwich have been a little sloppy, it has to be said, at the back, losing the ball out on a fair few occasions. Okay, they've passed it out the back quite well on occasions, but Liverpool have picked that ball up. As Fabinho plays a beautiful ball out. Tsimikas with space. Mane makes a lovely run into the middle. Tsimikas checks his run. Going to get the ball in. It's a terrible in from Tsimikas. Nothing on that in the end. Just picks out the Norwich player. No real power. And Norwich clear it away. Billy Gilmore's picked up the ball. He's going to look to release Rashica down the left-hand side. Trent's got a bit of defensive work to do and heads it back to Alisson. Very nice covering header there from Trent. Norwich just need to find a gear here, really. They've kind of taking their foot off the gas a little bit. You can see they're trying to press, but Liverpool just frustrating them a little bit. Ball comes forward here. Mane's going to give chase. Norwich should get this. Aarons plays it back to Krul. And Krul does play it short. Salah is on the prowl. Salah's there. Absolutely, Junsan, concentrate. They do need to concentrate. They really do, Liverpool. You know, a clean sheet would be great. A victory is your priority, obviously. Clean sheet, even better. But you just get the sense here as Norwich come forward down this right-hand side. Tsimikas a little bit slow to outcover. Norwich get the ball in. Fabinho's going to get there. He does. Plays a nice ball back to Milner. A better ball there, though, would have challenged Liverpool. Liverpool just slightly caught napping a little bit. But the ball comes forward. Firmino fights Keita. Keita tries to play a fast ball forward. But it just too much on it. It comes out to Krul. But you can start to see, I wonder if we're going to now see a shift in this second half. Toward 70 minutes gone. The ball's getting turned over quite a lot. Norwich is seeing a little bit more of the ball. Billy Gilmour has seen a lot in that midfield. He's starting to dictate play a lot more. Of course, a lot of kind of excitement around Billy Gilmour. Norwich have got him on a season-long loan from Chelsea. One of Scotland's really biggest prospects in as many years. But Salah's got the ball here. No, he doesn't. The ball. Norwich do cut it out. It's going to go out for a corner kick, though, to Liverpool. Liverpool going to get a corner. But you can kind of see what Norwich are trying to do. Get it into the park. Pukki hasn't quite picked up the ball as much as he did in the first half. They're going more through Gilmour here as he looks to release the wide players. Tsimikas and Trent playing slightly inside, which does give the Norwich attacking wide players just a little bit more room, and you get the sense they're going to get a few more chances at doing that on the right hand side and the left hand side on the wings. But it comes out for a Liverpool corner. Tsimikas is going to take it. Tsimikas, the ball comes in. Good ball in, it is. And Norwich get it away only as far as Salah onto his left peg. Salah, oh, you beautiful, beautiful man. Mo Salah with a beautiful shot and a beautiful goal with his left peg. Ball falls to him from the corner quite fortuitously. Perfect position for him, though. Falls just to his left foot and he just takes a swing. He hits it beautifully. Krul just can't really see it. There's still so many bodies in the way of Krul from the corner. Picks out the left-hand corner. Beautiful goal. It is 3-0 to Liverpool. There's always goals in this game. Liverpool have taken 3 of them. It's a beautiful finish in the end. And we're just going to see a replay of it. Yeah, Norwich head it out from the corner. Falls to Salah. Salah first time. Bang. Left-hand corner. Beats Krul. And it is 3-0 to Liverpool. Absolutely fantastic from the Reds. That lovely ball in from Tsimikas. Beats the first man. Beats the second man. Matip and Van Dijk causing a bit of issues there for the Norwich defenders, just giving them something to think about. Norwich don't really get it clear. Falls to Salah, who's just kind of prowling on the Norwich box. And he puts it in. He goes and celebrates away to the Liverpool fans in the away end as Mo Salah now reverberates around. What an effort indeed, Junsang. Absolutely right. Hope you're enjoying this game as well. It's been absolutely fantastic so far. And what were we saying about Liverpool? Yeah, so Liverpool score another goal. I mean, let's face it. We know the history of this fixture. We know that Norwich could come back. It could end up 3-3. Touch wood, touch everything. It might. And Norwich have had chances. Certainly, they've not rolled over Norwich. Okay, the second half, they haven't had as many clear-cut chances as they did in the first. But Liverpool, with that a goal, you can see now Norwich have got a lot to do, of course. Don't rule out Norwich. This fixture has thrown up some crazy scorelines in the past. So we're going to keep with it as Billy Gilmour plays a ball out to Campbell. See, Gilmour's had a lot more of the ball this second half, and you can see that he's going to be a really important player as the ball comes over. And Liverpool have lost it here. Trent's got a lot of defensive work to do. Alisson tries to come out. Oh, he's gone down. It's going to be a Matip waving him up. Nothing much in it. Rashica goes down. Liverpool there. I don't know if Rashica's been booked. VAR are going to have a look at this. Let's have a look at it. There's a hand to the right. Oh, no. It's going to be soft if it's a penalty. Trent does have his hand on the back of Rashica, pushes him ever so slightly. I don't think VAR are going to give the penalty. It doesn't look like they have. No, players carrying on. But chance there for Norwich. Rashica with a lovely run in. Liverpool caught a little bit flat-footed there. And had it been a better touch from Rashica, he would have been in. Alisson came out to try and get the ball. Trent does marshal Rashica out to the left. But shout for a penalty, not given. There was a hand on the back, but not much in it. You have seen them given, though. I don't think VAR... The thing is, would VAR have turned it over? Had it been given, I'm not sure if they would have done as Matip marshals Rashica out beautifully. Matip has had an absolutely stonking game, has to be said. And if he can stay fit, we're going to have Gomez, Konate, Van Dijk and Matip as our 4 centre-backs. That is just lovely, really, to hear. Norwich going to make a couple of changes here. 76 minutes gone of this second half. Timo Pukki's coming off. And is this Josh Sargent? I think it might be. Actually, sorry, I've not actually seen a picture of Josh Sargent. I'm not sure. If it is, this is going to be Norwich's new signing. American US international from Werder Bremen. Werder Bremen going down and losing two key players. Norwich taking advantage of that. Daniel Fark, of course, with that German connection going into Werder Bremen. But it is Sargent on. It's Ida on as well. Rashika and Pukki off. So we're going to see Sargent here. I think a lot has been said about him. Like I said, quite young. Over at Werder Bremen, when they got relegated, moved over to Norwich. Good players. It was a big surprise when Werder Bremen went down last year in the Bundesliga. Didn't have a great season, okay, but they were stalwarts of the Bundesliga and do have some really promising players. Two of which we've seen. One today, Rashika, who's had a really, really good half. I think a really good 70 minutes. Going to come back though because Simicast's on the ball. He's going to get the ball in. No, he can't. It's been cut out. But Sargent, it'll be good to see how he plays. Cantwell looks to have come over to this left-hand side, and I think Sargent is going to take a place on the right-hand side. And Ida's going to look to drop in through the middle. Liverpool have looked, it must be said actually, Liverpool have looked quite solid, I must say. Not really been troubled too much. Good to see Naby Keita. Naby Keita has had some really good spells in the game. James Milner is doing what James Milner does. Mr. Consistent. He's had a really good game as well. You see the captain, he's marshalling them all around. But I think since Fabinho's come on, Fabinho has just given Liverpool some slight kind of a sense of calmness and kind of more calm and essentially collecting the ball, putting his foot on it, playing some really nice balls forward. And Liverpool look slightly less nervy as Liverpool look to try and turn the ball over. Firmino's marshalling the defender. He's going to get... No, he's not. Oh, Firmino. It's going to be a Liverpool throw-in though here. 78 minutes gone. Gibson with the clearance. But Liverpool really showing a fantastic account of themselves. Jinsang, I remember Sargent in the Under-20 World Cup held here in Korea. Oh, wow. Tell me more, Jinsang. If you can write it in. What did you think of Sargent? How did he go down in the Under-20 World Cup? Like I said, a lot has been said of him and how talented he is. He's certainly one to watch for the future. But it'll be interesting to hear how he got on at the Under-20 World Cup. I must admit, I haven't seen too much of him. It must be said. As Liverpool play the corner in, it comes as far as Van Dijk. Van Dijk, Salah again. Oh, and Salah just blazes over, but it's a lovely touch from Van Dijk. Finds Salah. Salah's a bit annoyed with himself there. Just gets underneath it and he knocks the ball over. We can forgive Salah because he just scored from pretty much a similar position, actually, and a similar way. Norwich with the header out. Van Dijk picks the ball up, lays it off to Salah, and Salah just can't get his shot on target. Was a decent effort, as in was a decent chance there. Salah probably, as he kind of kicks himself, could have done a little bit better, and he's still absolutely fuming with himself, Salah, for that chance. As you know, top striker Salah, so you would expect him to bury those normally. I mean, we can forgive him. He's scored already, and it wasn't a clear-cut chance, but perhaps could have hit the target. But anyway, the game carries on into the 80th minute. Norwich with the ball at the back. Liverpool so far matching Chelsea's scoreline. It finished 3-0 to Chelsea against Crystal Palace at Stamford Bridge. If Liverpool can get one more goal, they'll go ahead of Chelsea on goal difference, which I know it's the first game of the season, but let's just get above. Let's just get as high as we can. United at the top at the minute. As Norwich tried to slide a ball through, Matip with a beautiful interception there. Really well marshalled from Joel Matip. Very calm as he knocks the ball out for a Norwich throw deep into Liverpool's half. Trent with the ball up, comes out to Fabinho. Liverpool should be able to knock this clear. Firmino turns beautifully. Mane with a good intercept. Mane, he turns, he does. He's going to play off Fabinho, I think, if he knocks it back. No, he doesn't. He's going to play it over to Van Dijk. Lovely play from Mane there. Holds the ball up, doesn't do anything too rash, too risky. Liverpool 3-0 up, last 10 minutes. Just plays it calmly back to Van Dijk. And you can't ask for more, really. 3-0 up, 81 minutes gone. Like I said, we won't rule anything out just yet based on this scoreline, based on this fixture. But Liverpool's starting to look pretty comfortable. They're going to start to make Norwich run around a little bit, but Liverpool aren't taking their foot off the gas. Fabinho with a beautiful ball over the top there. Salah is going to pick this up, and he does on the right-hand side. If he cuts inside, can he cut inside? He does. Norwich do well to track him. Comes out to Naby Keita. Naby Keita with a beautiful ball in. Oh, and Firmino couldn't quite get his jump away. I think the Norwich defender marshalled him quite nicely there. I think it was Gibson marshalling Firmino at the back stick. Keita with a beautiful ball in. Nothing wrong with the ball in from Keita, as Aarons and Tsimikas look to get involved in a slight rugby tackle there. I don't know which way this has gone. This should be a Liverpool free kick, I think. I think Aarons knocks it back. We are going to see Harvey Elliott, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone who watched my preseason shows would know how highly I rate Harvey Elliott, how much I love Harvey Elliott, and he's going to get 10 minutes in the second half. Let's update the team sheet so we keep that up to date. But he's going to come on for Naby Keita. So Elliott comes on. And let's see what Elliott can do. Bit of a free hit for Elliott this. 8 minutes to go in the match. Elliott's probably going to be given a free role just behind the front three. And a lot of people are thinking, where's Elliott going to play? And I think behind that front three is his best position. I'd like to see him play a few games there because his link-up play with Salah in pre-season was fantastic. Very unlucky not to get a goal. His first goal at Anfield hit the upright, hit the angle. But Elliott plays through, already linking up with Salah. Beautiful play. Salah's going to find him, I think. He does. Waits for him to get back on side. Finds Firmino. Firmino tries a back heel to Elliott. Just can't quite pick him out. But Norwich are going to lose the ball. It's going to come back to Salah. Salah with a better back heel to Fabinho. Out to Elliott. Elliott's going to go on, have a jink. Go on, have a jink. Oh, plays a nice ball. That's better from Firmino, but it does get cut out. Firmino picks it up. Liverpool press high. Firmino with a ball in. Comes out to Salah on the edge of the box. Salah can't quite get it out of his feet. And Norwich pick it up and clear it. Liverpool is going to go back to Alisson. But good play here from Liverpool and from Elliott, looking bright, already linking up with Salah. That's where I think I want to see. That's what you want to see from Elliott. I think that link-up play with Salah is going to be something to behold if Elliott does get a start. How he links up with Salah. He did it so well in the preseason. So really good to see, I think. As Norwich on the ball, going to look to try and play it forward. Yeah, try to backfill. Fabinho's there to knock the ball out, and he plays a beautiful pass under pressure all the way out to Trent. Oh, that's what you get with Fabinho. Nice and calm, can hit a ball. Trent with a lot of space. Yeah, Liverpool just taking their foot off the gas a little bit. Trent had space, but he opted to go back to Matip, who's going to knock it round. Yeah, mate, I think they're going to make Norwich work now a little bit, Liverpool. Norwich not looking to press too highly, so Liverpool can just knock it round the back. This is going to start to... Yeah, it's going to... Norwich... Campbell comes forward, but Norwich not really offering much in the way of press. Liverpool just comfortably passing the ball round. Elliott knocks it on to Trent. Elliott needs to get his going on. He goes. Salah, can he find him? He's going to find him. He's going to find him. Go on, find Elliott. Go on. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Find Elliott. Salah. No, okay, jink in. Jink into the box. Go on, Salah. All the way. Go on, Salah. Oh, it's a handball. Oh, Salah. It's just Salah-esque. It's what Salah does so beautifully. Jinks in. Beats two players. I thought he was going to find Elliott on the left-hand side. He doesn't, opt to take it in. He beats the player. It's similar to that kind of Tottenham goal he scored all those years ago, a few seasons ago at the death, when he just jinked round three Tottenham defenders and cut it in with his right. Did exactly that, but just couldn't get the ball out. He tried to cross in the end. It came off the Norwich player and Krul collected. But nice play there. Liverpool just need to keep their heads a little bit. Tsimikas gives away a bit of a cheap foul there to Norwich. Van Dijk again. I think they're just trying to keep Tsimikas' head on his shoulders. He did give away a bit of a cheap foul there. But Sargent on Sargent. Norwich are going to have a dangerous free kick as Norwich are going to make one more change here. And Kieran Dow is going to come on, the former Everton player, on for Todd Cantwell, who's come off. So Norwich completely replacing their forward line in this second half. But Norwich are going to have a dangerous free kick, a chance to put the ball in. And in it comes. Here we go. Van Dijk with a big header away. Only comes, though, as far. They're going to pick this up on the left-hand side. They do. Norwich are going to get a ball in. They do as well. It's gone over everyone. It's a chance here for Norwich. Beautiful save from Becker. Oh, Alisson Becker. Oh, Alisson Becker. Oh, Alisson Becker. Think Napoli. Think Napoli in the Champions League. That's what Alisson Becker has just done. That man could, oh my goodness, he just moves like Mick Jagger, that man. Honest, oh God, hold on. We're going to stay with it here because Norwich are going to have a chance. They're going to run in. They're going to have a shot here, I think. They do. Aronsi hits the ball over. Alisson Becker. I have no idea how Norwich have kept this out. Ball comes in, really dangerous. Liverpool do not clear it. Goes over everyone. It is a carbon copy of Napoli. It falls to, I'm not quite sure, it falls to a Norwich player. Alisson just makes himself big, gets in. Oh, he makes himself big. Ball comes back. Matip doesn't get it clear. Comes back out to Norwich. Alisson back on his feet. Right hand in. Keeps his left hand over. Gets another touch and it comes over. And then for good measure, a fourth touch just volleyballs it away. Alisson Becker keeping Liverpool's clean sheet intact. Were it not for Alisson Becker, it would be just, well, it would be 3-1. But that's the difference. That's what Alisson Becker gives you. And Liverpool just need to be a little bit careful. If they want to keep a clean sheet, I'm not sure. Say it, famous last words. Norwich are going to get 3 goals now, 87 minutes in. But Liverpool do want to keep clean sheets. They do want to keep one eye on that goal difference. It's going to be everything in this league this year. It's so competitive. We saw how close it was last season. As Elliott picks up the ball here, Elliott's going to have a try at the Norwich defender. He does. He runs it in, cuts it to the byline. Beautiful ball in. Norwich do cut it out though, but lovely positive play from Harvey Elliott as he comes in. Fabinho does get the ball in and not adjudged to have fouled. So Elliott's going to keep the press high. Norwich with the ball back towards their corner flag. Elliott's going to keep hounding him. Fabinho still up there as well, hounding them out. Norwich can only get it as far. Well, that's a lovely touch from Dow though, over his left-hand side. Norwich are going to have a bit of space here in the midfield, and they do. They knock it forward. Matip's got a bit of Van Dijk. Sorry, he's got a bit of work to do here. Can Van Dijk? No, he doesn't. He doesn't lose it out. He's still got Eder on his side, but he doesn't quite get the ball there, Van Dijk, and Eder gives the chance, plays it out to Gilmour. Gilmour's going to look to spray it out to the right-hand side. Norwich coming forward here, out to the right-hand side. Oh, play a lovely ball in. Here's Sargent. Oh, and he whips the ball in. Difficult angle. Really not too much Sargent could have done with that, but he gets a clean hit on it. It whistles past Alisson's right-hand post. But again, Norwich with flash chances here. Liverpool just need to stay switched on. And 88 minutes in, so 2 minutes left of the 90 to play. Yes, he does. Junsang, yeah, good point. Alisson saves his clean sheet bonus. Anyone who's got Alisson Becker in their fantasy football teams, or any Liverpool defenders for that matter, actually, are probably thanking Becker for keeping them in. But not keeping them in this match, you know what I mean? Keeping their clean sheet, which we know Van Dijk loves. There's that beautiful moment in his Bezies with Joe Gomez. Go and check it out on YouTube. It's fantastic, where he talks about how much he loves clean sheets, Van Dijk. Tsimikas here goes down, should be a foul. No, Tsimikas gets to his feet, claims the ball, and that's going to be a foul. No, it's not. He wins it. How is that not a foul? Norwich with the ball here in an attacking position. Liverpool caught a little bit flat-footed, just need to marshal this out. Norwich going to get shot away, they do, and it goes over. Liverpool just showing a little bit too much of the ball to Norwich there, although it probably should have been a foul on Tsimikas. We'll see it again close up, but Norwich pick up the ball. Liverpool players switched off a little bit, perhaps expecting the foul. And it's Rupp who gets the shot away. But I think the stream I'm watching, Sky Sports, are going to give Mo Salah man of the match, I think. He's had 2 assists in this game and 1 goal. Well done if you captain Mo Salah in your fantasy football team. Would have done well. As You'll Never Walk Alone starts to be sung. Well, it's going to be 4. It's going to be 4. Oh, Salah, you selfless man. Salah should have been more selfish. Firmino whips a beautiful ball through to Salah. Salah, first thing he does, he tries to cut back inside for Mane. Really selfless from Salah. I thought it was on his right foot, so maybe he didn't feel confident enough having a go, but he probably should have had a shot on target. Would have been deserved so. But he plays in Mane, which is nice to see. It's certainly sportsmanlike, but you perhaps would have thought Salah could have taken the shot on and Norwich cut it out. It's going to be a Liverpool throw. 2 minutes of injury time to play. Now 90 minutes and 30 seconds in, so a minute and a half left to go. Liverpool now, again, never take anything for granted, but you would have thought home and dry, matching Chelsea's scoreline in that race for the Premier League title. I know it's the opening match, but you've got to you can't give anything away. And having a +3 goal difference after the first game, just one behind United, who had that 5-1 win over Leeds in the lunchtime, UK time, lunchtime kickoff today. And City, don't forget, are playing Spurs tomorrow. So we'll see how City run out. But Liverpool look to be wrapping this game up into the final minute of the game. Don't forget, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you've enjoyed watching this today. I've really enjoyed doing it. So thank you ever so much for staying along today. We're going to just see out the final minute of this game, though. Norwich with the ball down this left-hand side. And it's been a really commanding display, this, from Liverpool. Have looked really good on the break. That attacking front three, Jota in the first half, Firmino in the second half, alongside Mane and Salah, have looked pretty ruthless at times. Trent has whipped some beautiful balls in. Tsimikas has hit some beautiful balls in. The one question mark, as Norwich get the ball into the box, as Trent is going to clear this, and the referee blows for full time. So Liverpool run out 3-0 winners away at Norwich City. Goals from Diogo Jota and 2 from Salah. As we just pan round to the handshakes. Sorry, not goals, sorry. Good recap on the goals. First from Diogo Jota, a goal from Roberto Firmino, and a goal from Mohamed Salah. Give Liverpool that 3-0 victory away at Carrow Road. Norwich, though, gave a very good account of themselves, I thought. Norwich did have a few good chances going into the first half. Pukki with a one-on-one with Alisson, sadly, just can't get his shot away, and Alisson makes the save. But a few bright things, I think, a few really bright moments for Norwich to be excited about. A lot of people have written them off. I've seen a few kind of those Premier League predictors that have been published. And a lot of them have had Norwich in that bottom three, if not very close to that bottom three. On that evidence, there's a lot to be positive about from Norwich. Rashica looked really good, one to watch. Cantwell looked really calm. And Pukki will get his chances. You can tell he plays on the shoulder of the last man, tries to make those forward runs. So Norwich, I think, few positives. Okay, it's a 3-0 loss, but a few positives to take away there for Norwich City. But it is Liverpool who run out 3-0 winners. Big smiles from Klopp, who walks around and thanks and hugs Liverpool players. Really good to see. They're going to go and thank the away fans for going down and making the trip down to Norfolk at Carrow Road. Okay, so that brings us now then to the end of the live stream. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you did down in the comments box below. Don't forget, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button to be alerted to all future watch-alongs as they come. Next up, Liverpool take on Burnley. That will be next Saturday, the 21st of August at 12:30. But until then, it's been a real pleasure, guys. Take care. Have a nice week.